my top 8 favorite companies from the Australian Stock Exchange. This video is part 1 of a 2-part series, and I'm going to share the first 4 of my list of companies that I really like that are listed on the Australian Stock Exchange. Right at the beginning, a disclaimer. I do own all of the companies I'm going to mention, and this is not advice to buy them. If you are interested in those companies, please do your own research and make your own financial decisions. I also do not hold a financial services license. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Starting with number 8, Xero Limited. Australian ticker code XRO, and the current price is around just below 80 Australian dollars. And this is a cloud software provider and offers accounting software. And it's actually one of the more modern software products out there. A competitor could be QuickBooks. Definitely a very established product, very easy to use, and very, very in favor for young companies, for example. Is operating on the Australian market, in America, and also in Europe. So working, basically offering his product internationally. And is currently still making a loss, but has a very, very high revenue growth. Over the last couple of years, the revenue growth was between 20 to 40% per year. And so that is very, very great to see. And we are very close to see a profit in the company as well. This is at least what I would hope for. Very established product and also very loyal customer bases. And they basically, obviously, with most cloud products, you have a yearly subscription or monthly subscription that you pay for on a regular basis. And therefore, you constantly pay into a company. And obviously, the advantage for a company like that, once a company decided to use that product for their accounting, it's very unlikely to change because it's a lot of hassle and obviously a lot of work. My number 7, the REA Group, and their main brand is realestate.com.au. They do have a couple of other platforms, but that's their main online platform and main brand, and that offers online publishing and advertising basically for real estates, so for either rentals or to buy property. And it's actually one of the biggest platforms here in Australia and the most used platform here in Australia. And it's the price is currently $85. The 52 high was even 170, so it was even quite high up. And when you can see from the 5-year chart that the company is actually growing very, very rapidly over the last year. And they even do pay out a small dividend. It's not much, but it's around 1.3% per year. And that is obviously growing with the company as well. So that's very, very nice to see. The PE ratio is 45 at the moment. Certainly not a cheap company, but when you compare it with the current market and with the industry, it's certainly good. And when you see a company like that actually makes a profit, it's very great to see. Number 6 would be A2 Milk. It's currently sitting at a price from around $17.50. I bought in the first time a couple of years ago, and again, a very nice chart to look at over the last 5 years. It's making a profit. The profit is very small, so earnings per share are actually very small. They do not paying out dividend at the moment. but still a very high growing company. So when you see their revenue growth over the last couple of years, again, you see a constant growth in the companies, and they're operating in the Australian and New Zealand market, but also exporting a lot to China. Their main products are fresh milk products and also milk powder, which is obviously very, very popular in China, and especially buying established brands from overseas is very, very popular in China. My last one for today, that would be number 5 on the list, would be ASX Limited. And that's a very special one. So it's obviously in the financial industry, but ASX is the company that offers the share trading in Australia, and it basically has a monopoly. There's no other company that offers share trading in Australia, so there are no other stock exchanges available here in Australia. So they are actually an advantage because there's no competitor out there. And they are still doing a very, very good job. So their services are very good organized, they're very well structured, they making a profit every year, and they paying out a nice growing dividend. Currently sits at around 2.9%, which is great to see. And yeah, it's just a very stable and stable business that I think is one of the best long-term holdings that you can go for on the ASX. These were the first 4 shares from my list, the top 8 of my stocks from the Australian Stock Exchange. I hoped you found this really interesting, and let me know what you think about those companies down in the comments. And stay tuned for next week's video. I'm gonna share my top 4 then, so the remaining 4 companies on my favorite list of companies from the Australian Stock Exchange. Looking forward to see you in the next video. Until then, bye.